put it on record. Now, yeah. Now we can actually start. So I sent you three to four files, like something about the
Yes.
general tips also, like what you should keep in mind and how you should actually answer the question and everything, What are the different ways that you can actually improve your English with or your speaking particularly? So, first thing that you can have is the healthy discussions that with your friends. I don't know like what your friend circle is, but I can actually suggest you that have it at least have at least two to three friends where with whom you can actually talk in English.
Okay.
Do you have any company like with whom you can talk in English? I think Krish can speak also.
But he's not free anytime.
He's not free anytime. So
Yes.
whom you get like a company of? I just want to know that first.
I have my aunt. She's an English teacher.
Oh, that's fine.
Mhm.
Um, okay, that's fine then. Like if you have her, then you can actually give her
I can have a
some.
30 to 40 minutes with her
Oh,
in the
that's
evening.
that's fine. So, but fundamentally, you should frame your answers the way I'm telling you, and obviously you can let her know that that is how actually I have to prepare. That's
Yes.
my main motive that I have to give the answer, then support ideas. Uh, like supporting ideas are to be given along with your answer. So if you're preparing the part one only in the beginning, then definitely you need somebody to listen, okay, whom can actually give you some guidance about what else can be said, what other ways are there by which you can actually, you know, give the answer of the same question. So the first point is like you should actually do what? You should, uh,
Daily
yeah,
discussions with friends.
yeah, do the discussions. Okay. Mm, yeah. So have the discussions done. Have daily discussion with the friends. Take turns. Just a second. So take turns like whenever it is possible from your end. Like sometimes you should ask the other person to get their views, to get the person's view, that how the other person is going to reply in the same situation if he or she will get that question to be answered. So how she is going to reply also matter. So what it is, take turns when you are actually giving the answer. Take turns asking each other questions about current issues. It can be current issues, it can be any other issues also. Especially here, current issues means to say you can ask the questions about employment. Okay. You can ask the questions about global warming. Okay. You can ask the questions about sports, anything related to sports. Usually, if we talk about one newspaper that is Tribune, it gives us fundamentally like a pattern of pages like in the
Yes.
in on the first page if we see usually what is given the national news, but
Yes.
half of them are given like half on the last page. Every time it is written at the end of the news that rest is on this page. Okay, so
Yes.
national news, then comes the regional news that means Punjab or like whichsoever region you belong to. So newspaper will give you that news also. So you can get maximum topics from the newspaper as well. If somebody is not able to actually ask questions on her or his behalf, whomsoever it is, then you can provide a newspaper to the person and can ask a question related to general questions. It's not like somebody will have to check your general knowledge or like your GK is not to be assessed or your present knowledge is not to be assessed. Your English is to be assessed. How you will reply and what your speaking skills would be in case of such questions. Am I right?
Yes.
So I don't know like how do you actually represent yourself when you talk to her? When did you start speaking with her?
I think so. From fifth to sixth standard, I think so.
So you are speaking with her in English.
Yes.
That's
Sometimes
nice.
she speak, but sometimes she speak in Punjabi only.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's even it is not from her side. Like it's required that she should speak in English, but only like if you are the one who is practicing that, then you have to speak. So second thing is dress appropriately, look neat. It's for the examination. Okay, when you are going for the examination, you should be actually ready, like you're giving a formal exam or something. But somehow you can go in a different way as well. Like you can wear your casual dress too, but it will have some little bit of negative impression on the examiner. Why to actually create such kind of issue? So that's the second point, and then there is know the exact time and location of your interview where your exam is. You should know about it. Like whenever you're fixing up the spot for your examination, it is possible that you may get it 1 week earlier or 1 week later to your examination, or can be on the same day as well. It depends upon the month and the day that you have kept your exam on. For example, if your exam is on Saturday, next day also can be your speaking exam, because all in all you have prepared your speaking and other modules all together, from wherever it possible. Like like if you have gone to any institute also, then you would prepare the four of the skills. You are not going to prepare one skill later or one skill after. So your mindset has to be that ready, that if you are getting your exam on the next day also, you should be ready for giving it. Okay, even if it is on the same day. Okay, so you should know how long it takes to get there, so that you may not get exhausted. Your energy should be like filled in, not it should be out. So that's what I mean to say. Like your energy has to be still there, so that you may give answers appropriately with full energy, full vigor. So next point is like be aware of the exact procedure of the test. So when it comes to giving the exam, you should know about like how the things gonna work. The way I told you that in the first part, things gonna be like that. In second part, you're gonna get a cue card. Last would be about the discussion of something. Okay, be clear on the order of each section. It's the length and the specific questions type. Okay, so next thing is remember to have your passport with you. Remember to have your passport with you to show the examiner for identification. I told you that when you're going to sit for the examination, the first thing that the person is going to ask you for is your passport. Like once you're going to show the passport, the person is going to speak his or her name, and then your number also, same way. You both will have your numbers, like examinee's number and examiner's number would be different one. So both of the things gonna be spoken, and then thereafter there would be a little bit of initial questions, like what's your name, where are you from, your background. A little bit of background check will be done, and then thereafter the person will come to the main topic or something. Okay, so then thereafter, just a second. Then thereafter, there are other things also. Arrive before the appointed time. Like that means if your exam is at, for example, in the evening 5 o'clock, then you should reach there at around 4:30 or 4:45. That means ahead of the time. Whenever your exam is, like half an hour is better than 15 minutes even. I would say that half an hour you can relax a little bit, and then thereafter you can be ready for your final touch. So because there would be some checking on their part also. You're gonna sit in front of the computer for the time being, and they are going to assess your credentials, and after those are done, then you will be going in the final examination room. So that's the thing. Then thereafter, before going into the room, take three deep breaths. That's just one, you know, view that somebody has given, that you can take the deep breaths, three deep breaths, so that you may feel comfortable, you may feel normal. So it should not be like you are nervous getting into the room. So you should be normal when you are entering, and whatsoever is going on around you, you should actually listen to that and answer that. So remain standing until you are asked to be seated. That's a very tricky thing. Sometimes people do one what like they simply go and they sit on the chair without even asking, without even like it's a major issue sometimes. Like it happens that people forget about it because they feel nervous. They feel that I'll be comfortable once I'll be sitting on the chair. So you have to be careful about it. Like once you are told to like sit, then sit only then. So use a natural greeting and shake hands confidently if you are invited to do so. If you are invited to do so, that means like if somebody is actually shaking the hand, then you will shake the hand. Otherwise, there is no requirement of shaking hand with anybody. Okay. So,
Yeah.
like these are the normal things you have to do. Like, may I come in? Good morning and good afternoon. You are going to wish. Where shall I sit? Over there. I am very well. Thank you, ma'am. So, you can ask that one. Like it's not required somehow. Simply the person is going to say that yeah, like have a seat. So thank you very much. Then you have to say thank you very much. Okay, you should have these etiquettes as well. Like when somebody is saying that you can sit, then you obviously you can sit at that time because the person is the examiner and he is going to examine you thoroughly. So the vocabulary you use in the interview should be appropriate. The vocabulary, the kind of words that you're going to use should be appropriate. There should not be any kind of slang. No slang. Okay. Don't use slang or no informal language like we are talking to friends. Okay. Big no to that. So make sure that one the language that you're using has to be formal enough and should not actually cross the borders. It should not cross the borders. So that is there. Then project energy and enthusiasm. Try to make a good first impression because your first impression sometimes becomes your last impression. Okay. So that is why the person has actually indicated that you should have proper mindset and you should be enthusiastic and energetic during your like final go of examination so that to have a good impression on the examiner. Then be willing to talk. What do you mean by willing?
Should be able to talk, should be able to give the answer.
Willing here means like if somebody has the desire to talk, okay, desirous to talk. It's not being able to. Anyone can be able, but sometimes my will is not good. Like I told you that if I'm not willing to do that, that's this is that willing. Like will, um, my father has created a will accordingly, which like who is the owner of the property and something when we say okay, power of attorney or something. Like will means desire. Will means
Yeah.
somebody's intention. We should have intention to answer the question. If we don't have intention, so that means that's the problem. So be positive and respectful throughout the interview. Do not be disrespectful. Do not say anything bad. Okay. Do not use absurd language, absurd words. Okay. Absurdity, absurdity can demolish everything. Absurdity can demolish everything. If you will cross the language borders, then definitely there are chances that you may ultimately get less marks, less score. So stay on topic. Do not go away from the topic. I remember my school days, like when I was actually not my school days, my student school days. When I was actually teaching there in the school, many students used to tell me that there were teachers who came before me. They stay away from the topic and they spend a lot of time in the class and they do not complete what has to be completed. They just keep on bragging and speaking, but they do not come to the point whatsoever is the topic to be topic concerned, they do not talk about it. So sometimes it happens like same topics which are to be discussed, they put in examination. So like at that time they do not have any kind of good intention to give good excuse to the principal that like I could not do that, but simply say that like I had the class, I completed my topic and all that. But you know that create a kind of digressive attitude in the minds of the like youngsters for the teachers. So we have to stick to the topic as well. Like same way when we are answering questions, if we are actually, if somebody is talking about Kolkata and I'm answering about Mumbai, then definitely there is no correlation. So like things gonna be different. Kolkata, that is like a football like football place. Mumbai, Mumbai is the place of Bollywood, Bollywood stars and lots of places to be seen over there. Navi Mumbai. My father lived in I think Kulaba area. I remember that too. So I remember about lots of stuff over there. So things are like different. Okay, things are different. So we should stick to the topic. We should not go away from the topic. We should stick to the answer whatsoever is asked. As I gave you one simple example. Talk about Kolkata, then if you talk about Mumbai at that time, then definitely your answer is wrong. Somebody will say that I need not to actually go and catch you in that direction. Okay. Somebody will not fly along with you and then will say that, yeah, let's go back to Kolkata. Nobody will say that. Okay. So the person is going to judge that one, that your presence of mind. So presence of mind is very important. If your mind is not present at the time, then only you can do something like absenteeism of the mind. Because if you know that like my question is different and I am answering something else, that means you are absent minded. So we can't be absent minded at that time. We have to be completely into the examination and enjoy that self. Like it should be like I believe always to say this thing to my students, that whenever you're going in the examination room, think like that you're talking to your friend, not to any examiner. So you will feel comfortable and there will be always a smile on your face. Always make eye contact with the person. Okay. And you will talk thoroughly then. There won't be any problem from your end then. Okay. It'll be like a piece of cake for you. Then examination will be a piece of cake for you. Won't be nothing else. So it's actually our perspective only which makes the task daunting, difficult, you know. When something is like a very minor thing, we create a big Herculean task out of it, which is wrong. We should not do that thing. Like we should stick to the topic and s- like stay simple and sober when we are answering. You'll simply get 6 bands, 7 bands very easily. Like if you're sticking to the topic and giving answers with the flow. Okay. How long you can speak when somebody gives you a topic? Because introvert persons, usually they face problem and trouble when they are asked some question. They have lots of ideas but they are unable to express themselves, you know just because of the lack of vocabulary sometimes, or maybe the grammatical issue. But I don't think so that there would be any grammatical issue on your side. For example, if I'll give you a topic, then would you be able to answer for the long
Yes.
time? Oh, okay. So I'll give you a certain topic after some time. Like, let me just complete these journal tips, and thereafter we will come to the point like where we have to, have the conversation proper. So then thereafter, look at the examiner, make eye contact. I told you already. You have to make eye contact. Okay. Maintain eye contact when possible, and take advantage of every question to show that you are an interesting and informed person. So whenever you're answering the question, your mindset has to be like, oh yeah, that's so interesting. I believe something like that. Sorry. Sorry for that. So take advantage of every question to show that you are an interesting and Informed person. Speak smoothly and continuously. Like there should not be pauses which are erratic pauses. Okay. There should not be pauses which are uncommon. No, sorry, which are commonly coming. So that pause has to be a natural pause. It should not be a pause which actually has been taken to get ideas coming in mind. When brain is not working and you are not getting idea when you're taking pause, the examiner will definitely catch you there. Okay, examiner will easily catch you there if you're taking a pause to think of an idea. Examiner is so trained that will easily get you. So do not take that kind of pause. Long pause is wrong pause. See, I'll write very common statement. Long pause is wrong pause. Okay. Long pause is a wrong pause. Always remember that because it can, like, for example, you have a conversation with anyone and all of a sudden you did not like somebody's ideas and you kept mum for a while. You stopped for a while. Person will actually stare at you. A person is going to glare sometimes. That why the hell are you not speaking? So it can create a kind of discord and like contention kind of stuff between you and the person. So it should not be done. So take pauses, but should be natural pauses. And try to convert them like the way foreigners take the pauses. Hmm, to be honest, or something like that. To be honest, absolutely. I believe there has to be something like that. So answer has to be framed. Oh, absolutely. The sports is an integral part of our life. I don't think that without sports, I can survive in my life. Since it gives me joy and thrill, what's more, I believe sports is something which actually gives a lot of energy throughout the day. So that's your natural answer. If it comes like naturally from your brain or your mind or your mouth, then I think you're giving your answers rightly. Okay? Yeah. So if you have pauses, try to fill them. Try to fill them whenever possible. You should avoid silence in the speaking test because everything is getting recorded. And when everything is getting recorded and you're giving pauses, then how actually you should omit those pauses? That's there in these lines. So you can say that that's an interesting question. Like, for example, if it is really an interesting question to you, if somebody will say that, like, what's your name? And if you say that, that's an interesting question. So it doesn't make any sense. So if if the question is really interesting, then you can say that it is really interesting question. So then thereafter, that's a complex one. You can say that it's not like you have to necessarily say that question. You can say that that's an interesting one. That's a complex one. I believe that's a complex one for me. But still, yeah. Then you can start your answer. Well, it depends how you look at it. Like, when you are saying this thing, well, it depends on how you look at it. Actually, at that time when you say that it depends upon how you look at it, you are trying to gather ideas. Your mind will keep on working for answer. And if you don't know the answer, then definitely you can use these phrases. I've already sent this file to you, I guess. I don't know, like whether
Yes,
you have seen this.
I'll get a
So,
printout of these.
sure, sure. Just a second.
Yes.
Let me drink a sip of water. Oh my God. So, there are different ways that I told you that you can describe things with. There are things that you have to taking care of. You have been, I don't know, like you have been taking care of it or not. Like you should take care of them. Like there are five senses we have. Okay, what are those?
Smelling,
Touch,
Tasting.
smell, taste, see,
Right. And
hear.
hit.
Got it? There is sixth sense also, like when we get into, yo, it can happen, it'll happen, something like that. That's the sixth sense, but we don't use sixth sense in English. We don't use that one that much, but we use these senses. When we touch something, how does it feel? If you are, touching a rough surface, then you will feel roughness on that. If you will use the word rough somewhere, then definitely it looks that you know how to use the vocabulary related to touching. If something is pungent, like very sharp smell, or I can't say that sharp, but actually pungent smell, which actually doesn't look good to your nose. You don't feel good when you have the pungent smell. So that pungent word will be, out of the vocabulary related to smelling. So all those words I do have, I will be sending you that list of all those words too. The fact of the matter is, ultimately you have to use them. More you will actually speak with me, I will have more confidence in you that yeah, this girl knows that how to do it. And if you feel anywhere, what we say, like you feel that you are not able to express yourself, you can jot those things down and send me the WhatsApp message. That sir, yeah, I have this problem or something like that. What should I do? What should I not? Okay. And for you particularly, because you haven't started that much of speaking with me right now, what I would suggest you is like, for example, you have a topic on speaking, then try to use my strategy that I told you, that definition, explanation, or something. It's not for answering the question, it's for just gathering lot of knowledge about it. When we'll compare to the different things, then you will have lots of other statements to come out of your mouth. So that's what is required in your speaking exam. You have to use a variety of sentences to express yourself and express naturally. It should not be like something, a burden on your mind. Like there are other statements that on the whole it seems that it's like at the end of your expression of thought, you can say that on the whole it seems that something like whatsoever your answer is. So it depends upon situation to situation, question to question, how you're gonna take them. But these are some of the phrases that you can utilize. But if they do not come naturally, they would look absurd. And I told you, absurdity demolishes everything. Okay. So then thereafter, organize and link your ideas, sentences appropriately. Use a wide range of structures and linking words. So that's what you're gonna see, or you're gonna get within some time. I think I have already sent you the linking words, but not all the linking words I have sent. Once I will send you the three of the files related to speaking, you'll be able to get them all. You will be able to actually express yourself with all those linking words. But um, ultimately, whatsoever is required is your part. Like you have to read them. If you don't read them, if you don't see them, you won't be able to actually speak. But I believe that if you want to start your answering straight to the questions, and then you want me to actually frame your answer again, I can do that too. There is no issue with that. Okay. But my main aim is to let you know that like these are the things which are required to express yourself. Okay. Speak clearly, don't worry about your accent. Do not do not try to actually copy English accent or the accent from somebody. Like don't twist your tongue. People, like, it's always good to maintain your neutral accent. Whatever your accent is, you should not change that one. Whatsoever it is should remain as it is. If you don't understand a question, speak and ask in a positive way. You mean to say this? You mean to say this? Or something like that. If you don't get it, like how, like for example, a question that was asked to me, I remember that one. how did you start learning English in your childhood? So then I asked that, like, well, to be honest, about my childhood, if I have to tell, that I think my father was the inspiration for me, since he was using English every now and then with his students when he was teaching too, along with his court work. He was trying to use maximum of the English words, so that gave me some kind of inspiration to actually move on. And he brought me three grammar books, one in English, one in Hindi, one in Punjabi, and he told me to compare these three of the language books and find out like whatsoever are the loopholes and whatsoever are the similarities between the grammars, so that you may understand that how to actually teach three of the languages very well. So that's the way actually you should answer. I mean to say that it all depends upon your presence of mind at that time. Not sorry, I don't understand the. Do not say this thing. They mean to say that do not use this one. Like never say not sorry. Don't I don't understand that question. Okay, not sorry. That's not possible. At the end of the test, thank you your examiner and for his or time. Thank you for your time and everything. And be glad you did your test. Smile and leave the room. I enjoyed talking with you or something like that. Okay. So that's it. But some of the collocations, I'll let you know what are collocations. But first of all, your body language has to be very like alert. It should not be like you're dull there. You're sitting like an idle person, a sedentary lifestyle. You're trying to express that I used to sit and I am a couch potato. I'm never been a couch potato in my life. I don't like to actually lay down eggs. Okay, I don't like that. So th those things should be out of your life. You should always be active, and your eyes should speak that out. Should not be like you're inexpressive. Your body has to be very expressive. Okay, but your arms should not move like and fly in the air, and you should not indicate with your hands or something. By mistake, if you will show the middle finger to the examiner, then definitely it's a complete no-no. So that is why always keep your hands under the table. Like you would be sitting in front of the person, and there would be a table in the middle. Keep your hands down, and you can use your hands under the table instead of actually getting them out and speak like a politician on the stage. So we are not going to do that. So use descriptive words. I told you that descriptive words are those like touch, smell, taste, and all those words. Like, okay, don't use boring words like good, bad, or okay. Use exciting words to uh, convey the emotions, or convey emotions. To give emotion. Convey means to give emotions. To you know express your emotions. Convey my regards. We say. So here N is missing, I guess. So practice using higher level words for every simple word you use, like thrilling, thrilling instead of exciting. Okay, exciting is a common word, but use other alternative. Same way these words like brilliant, like something which has brilliance, something which has or what we say spark in it. That would be brilliant. Superb, superb would be something which is supernova, something which is excellent, something like that. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous is made from marvel. Okay, so like admirable, like which requires admiration. So admiration, what is admiration? Like when you praise someone, that is admiration. So admirable is something which is worth praising. So you have to use many of the words like such: fabulous, amazing, smashing, absorbing, dazzling, incredible. Incredible means unbelievable. Unbelievable is next word to that, but incredible, credible means something which is believable. Incredible means something which is unbelievable. Superb, spectacular. Spectacular is something um uh, like must watchable. Okay, something we should see. Uh, we must see. So that is spectacular. We say that in cricket language, what a spectacular shot. So like something which is um worth watching. That is spectacular. Impressive, we know that what is impressive. Magnificent. Magnificent means which has a magnifying power or which is quite a vast show of expression. So outstanding, perfect, excellent, breathtaking, something which will take your breath out away. That is breathtaking. Sensational, which will create a sensation around the people. That is sensational. Okay. So sensational, that means which will make your goosebump. Okay. So then exhilarating, which will create kind of excitement in your heart and you will feel happy. That is exhilarating. Okay. Now thereafter use collocations to sound more natural. So first thing is like your words have to be little different. Your normal words have to be different, different from normal. But start with the normal words first. Then you can ask me that what else can be said in place of that. Then thereafter we have use collocations to sound more natural. What are collocations? What are collocations? Do you have any idea about it? Yes or no? Collocations are those words actually which locates together. Those phrases which are always kept together. Usually they are kept together. Like absolutely delicious. When we say absolutely and delicious, absolutely is adverb and delicious is adjective. When that such certain combination comes together, adverb and adjective, then it becomes little different. Absolutely delicious, absolutely amazing. It's absolutely clear or certain or something else. You can use the words like that. So collocations actually make your answers more emphatic and more influential. Okay. Totally different, amazingly beautiful, strikingly beautiful. Strikingly beautiful means which can be seen separately from or distinctly visible, which is distinctly visible. Okay. Okay. Highly successful, skilled, highly intelligent, highly, yeah, immensely popular, immensely famous, immensely difficult, like something like that. Words are the same adverbials, and along with that one, you are using some words. Extremely important or something like there is a list of collocations that I'll provide you to. So you will have to go through that too. It's like for your preparation of speaking. So you must be thinking that, yeah, sir is providing me lots of pages and when would I prepare? That's what I'm saying. Like to really improve yourself, you have to do all those things too. You have to do the drills. You have to give yourself the best time of your life to actually speak and enjoy English. It's not like English is one day's affair. You have to give maximum time, you know, to yourself, reading sometimes comic books, magazines, watch movies, you know. So all such things can actually motivate you towards the glory of your life that you want to get good score in your ELTS examination to move outside and do better studies. Okay. What do you mean by sparsely populated? Sparsely, what do you mean by sparsely? It'll be opposite to densely.
Yes.
Okay. Dense means like where the people are like fessed up together. The molecules are very close. When we say solid in solid, the molecules are very close. So
Densely.
so that is densely. When it is about the gas, then the molecules are far away from each other. So then in this situation it is
Parsley.
sparsely, sparsely populated, sparsely. A r sound is like when we say that at the last. For example, this one. What would you pronunciate it?
Car.
R sound is never pronunciated at the last. Kha. It's a kha. Okay. When we say danger, we don't say danger. We say danger.
Sting.
It ends with a sound. Danger. We don't say clear. We don't say clear. We say clear. It's clear to me. Okay. So a r sound. So such things can actually work wonders sometimes. Wonder sometimes that you are trying to actually understand the accent exactly the way it has to be. Okay. Now, thereafter, keep it in mind what has to be kept in mind. Keep it in mind that in part one, part two, Mhm. examiner cannot talk to you freely. Definitely. He cannot talk. Like the way the questions are, the person is going to answer the question. He or she must follow the set of questions that is determined in advance of your test. In part third, examiner can talk with less restriction. So where it is the particular section where examiner can go beyond the boundaries and can ask the questions related to the topic, but in his own way. Otherwise, the rest two parts are actually already designed, and those answers are to be given in a certain design too. Okay, keep a steady pace. Your pace has to be always rhythmic. There has to be a rhythm in that. Okay. Whenever you are answering the question and you feel that you're very slow, that's also wrong. Just keep your voice audible and be at a reasonable pace. Remember that speaking fluently doesn't mean speaking quickly. For example, if I am speaking quickly, you can tell me, sir, I could not understand that one. That means my bad. It's my bad. Then, like, I could not make you understand the thing. So that's my problem. So talk clearly with a normal speed. You should have a normal speed, and then you will be able to actually get the things out. So don't speak too softly. Speak up. Okay. So you should not be speaking like a very sentimental person who doesn't want to hurt anybody's in like sentiments, and you're very soft-hearted. Don't go like that. Speak confidently. Okay. Um. Sometimes the candidates speak very softly. That's only because they are nervous and unsure of their words. When they are not clear about their words, then definitely they will have intention that, yeah, if I'll speak it very bleakly, very slowly, so I'll get rid of it. But that has been recorded. I told you, your whole test is recorded. So you have to be careful about it. Like my answers should actually be clear enough that the examiner can judge it out, like how the person is speaking and all. Okay. And then make your voice more interesting by lifting your voice a little higher. Okay. And we when it is proven fact that when you speak louder, when you speak with the full confidence, boldly, like your answers come with full energy. Your mind stays alert with your answer, and you stick to the topic only when you speak louder. When you're speaking slowly, you don't know like where to go. You don't know like what is the end of the picture. So that's how actually everything gets demolished. Okay. Now explain names and the words which are used in your own language. Like for example, if a certain word do not have any word in English, you can use the same word in like your own mother tongue, like chutney. If I want to say chutney, so there is a particular dish or the particular thing that we make in kitchen that is chutney with which we can eat. So you can use the word chutney in your answer. For example, any festival that is there. Holi. Holi is the like festival of colors and all. What are the different colors and how do we play it? It depends upon us like how we express them. Remember, spoken English isn't the same as written English. So it is acceptable to repeat some words or rephrase something if you can't find the right word. So you can rephrase that one or say it again. Keep in mind the range of tenses as well as like you have to actually express your range of tenses, past, present, future, mix them up and try to actually collaborate your answer accordingly that. Okay. So that's how you should do. I would never actually put emphasis on don'ts. Okay. Why? Because you can read it yourself. It's a negative stuff to actually go by. I don't say like negative things. Whenever we say we can't do anything, that means it's completely negative stuff. So I don't look at the negative stuff anyway. All those points which I said that you should do, I can tell those. Something which is like negative, you can read it yourself if you want. I don't think so it's of any importance. Because something which we cannot do, why would we do that? Why would we think of that? Okay, even when if we don't want to go into a certain particular street, why would we think of the street? We usually say that in our language. So why to think of a place where we don't belong to? Okay, so that's how these are the general tips that you should know about. Yeah, I want to stop. No, oh, no. So these were some journal tips. Okay, there's a file for speaking. Let me see that whether it carries all those questions or not. Okay, if there would be model answers, then I don't think it would be of any use to me. Yeah, just a second. Mhm. Yeah. So you see how the grading is done, what are the different types of questions, and everything is there in this book, but I won't actually use it for actually I'll give you that book, but if you want it, then you can tell me. But however, there are three parts here, as I told you earlier too. So part one will be about something like related questions to you, and then second part cue card, and third part discussion. We have already done that. Then the grading system. How do we like if somebody wants to know that my speaking like is good, like first thing is I told you that when you are being judged, you are judged on the basis of four different things. Fluency and coherence first comes. You said that my score has to be 7 or 8 bands. Then speak at length without noticeable effort. You should know about that one. Fluency in your case means that. Okay. So, like if you are speaking, you should know how to speak at length without any kind of effort or particular, pauses or something. You should not give pauses. So then, second thing you should have is no loss of coherence due to the repetition. When you're repeating your thoughts, you're using some words again and again. That's also bad. Like it can actually decrease your score to a certain point, like 6.5 or 6 or something. Okay. Now thereafter, wide range of linking words used. So different words like once you have used moreover, do not use moreover again. Use furthermore. Okay. Okay. Or next time, if you're using then after that. Okay. Hereafter. If you're trying to use maximum number of them, then you will be able to get good score too. So it's a requirement of 7 bands. So for pronunciation, how you will get 7 bands, good usage of intonation, stress, rhythm, sustainable flexibility, flexible use of the sustains flexible use of these features with only occasional lapses, breaks, easy to understand throughout. Yeah, here it is. Easy to understand throughout. Accent has minimum effect on intelligibility, like how intelligent the person is. There is no, yeah. Then is the lexical resource, vocabulary used flexibly to discuss a variety of topics. I'm just reading about 7 bands. I'm not reading about 8 bands. I'm not reading about 6 bands. I'm only and only reading about 7 bands. Okay. Then if you feel tired, let me know that.
No, sir.
Okay. Use phrases, paraphrases effectively. Like means you can actually paraphrase the things in the simple language if you don't understand that in a difficult word. Okay. Use some less common and idiomatic vocabulary and show some awareness of the style and collocations with some inappropriate choices. Okay, that's there. And the grammar flexibility flexibly uses the range of the complex structures, frequently produces error-free sentences. So all such comes in that. Here it is in the small picture. If you want to have, then all these things are required for your all these 4 skills. So to get a good score. Mm-hmm. 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 Like you see, for example, you get a question. You like to watch movies? Yes. What sort? Drama. What do you like? Do you have any particular favorite? No. Do you have any favorite actor? No. So these answers are not right. These
Okay.
answers are not right. Definitely these are not right. So how you should divide your answer? What kind of food do you like? The strategy involves giving 2 to 3 reasons for your answer. That's what I'm saying. Whenever there is a question, like here the question is, then always consider yourself why. What kind of food do you like? I like eating Indian food, or I like eating um, vegetarian food. Since I am a complete vegetarian, I never touched something which is non-veggie. But I do believe that one should have a diet which has all the required nutrients in that. So it should be a balanced diet. I believe that's why I guess like this is the kind of stuff that I like. Here the answer is you see that. Well, there are 3 kinds of food that I'm really keen on. Keen on means I'm interested in. Okay, keen on. So keen on means interesting in, is interested in. I'm interested in, if you will say that also, that is also right answer. The one I like best is Italian food because, then as. I also like eating Korean food as it's very something like that. Again, because you use, I'm partial, I'm a little bit of the partial to the Mexican food as well. How the answer is written, you can see that. Well, there are 3 kinds of food that I'm really keen on. See, this is the real answer. That's the answer, basically. Mm, yeah, that is the answer. Can you see the answer?
Yes, sir.
When there are 3 kinds, so what is well? Well is a connector.
Yes.
Mm. Well, it's like that. It's not a well, there are 3 kinds. It's not like, well, there are 3 kinds of food that really keen on. The one I like best is Italian food because I'm a big fan of pasta. I also really like to eat Korean food as it's very healthy and flavorsome. I'm also a kind of partial to Mexican food because it is so hot and spicy. So that's how you have to number the reasons in. Like it can be for any question. I'll just place questions in front of you. I'm just giving you one example. Did you get my answer? Like did you get my
Yes.
point? Like what I'm trying to say that your answers are to be in. So whenever you're answering your question, because now will be your turn to answer the questions, so that I can go to the second part as well to explain how to handle cue card, how to actually explain your cue card. Okay, let's see that thing, like how you're gonna handle the questions and the pressure. Like here, another strategy that I'm giving you now, right now, is journal to specific. You have to go from like journal level to the specific one. Firstly, start with the journal thing, okay? Then move to the particular thing. Like, well, I have to say that I'm a big fan of seafood. Okay, so one of the kind of food that you are liking is the seafood. I'm a big fan of seafood. In particular, in the seafood, what do you like? In particular, I like to eat Japanese seafood. You like the seafood? That's a general term. Which like which particular seafood? Japanese, Chinese, Indian seafood, or which kind of seafood? For instance, sashimi is the delicious, like you're giving example thereafter. You're providing example in your answers. That's also a plus point. The person knows that how to provide instances when to clear the ideas. Even in the real life, if you're providing examples, then you are considered to be the great person. You're getting my point? Like there is one way to support your ideas. Second is by giving examples. Okay. Now, uh, somebody's there.
No, sir.
Hmm. So, okay. Now, this is the way the questions will be started. After checking your ID, the examiner will start part one of the test. The examiner will say, now I'm going to ask you a few general questions. The examiner will ask three or four questions to different topics. So now let's talk about, then thereafter he will say that now let's talk about where you live. Okay, make sure you pay attention to the keywords of the examiner uses to introduce the topic. Then thereafter, you should go for it. Like if where you live, if the question is very specific one, like do you live in a house or an apartment? You can say that I live in a small house which has three rooms and one kitchen and a washroom attached to the front room. Okay. So something like that you can give the answer with. I mean to say that I'm not elaborating answer, but still like you would get a glimpse that you can express the answer. When the examiner has finished asking three or four questions based on the topic, the examiner will move on to the next topic. Now let's talk about the hobbies and the interests. So then the next topic will come in the part one only. They are talking about the part one only. Okay. So that's how it goes. Expansion. Expansion, I told you, elaboration. Elaboration of something. So, do you like riding bicycle? Bad response. Yes. If you say only yes, I told you that yes is not the right answer. You cannot say that. You can say yes, but it's fun. Uh, Better response. Uh, Good for health. That's why I was telling you. Yes should not be used. You yesterday you were asking me that why yes or no should not be used, because it can be a better response but cannot be the best response. So ideal response, the great response would be,
Well,
well, I like to, you know, well, I like to ride bikes for a few reasons. You are paraphrasing the question. Then the main reason is, so you can keep it in mind like how you should go for it. The main reason, the main point is, or the cardinal reason is, I like to cycle. I like to cycle is that I think it's really fun and a good way to go sightseeing or to see things around. You can say that. So I would also like to point out, that's also very nice. The main reason is this. Second is I would also like to point out that like riding is riding a bike is a very good is very good for my health because it can help me to lose weight. I would like to add that at the end, I would like to add that recently I haven't been riding my bike much as I'm quite busy at work. So you can say such things. Now, divide your response into two or three parts. Explain something from the general term to the specific ones. and depends different situations. Sorry, making a main argument and then giving concession to that, avoidance and all that. All these things are not that important, but see, show your language. Show what colors do you like? I like green color or the blue color. So this doesn't have any kind of advanced vocabulary. You can't say green simply like green. I my favorite colors are light green and the navy blue. But even the better response would be my favorite color is magenta. I guess that because I am really into bright and the bold colors. I like also turquoise. Okay, turquoise color. Girls know better what turquoise color is because they usually
I
have the
don't know.
ring. You don't know that. So I find that a very relaxing, peaceful color because it's a peaceful, pacific kind of color. Turquoise is. Okay. So that reminds me of the ocean. Now you would be having some kind of stuff in the mind. Like I have seen that in the picture, like especially when we talk about uh, goddess Durga, like underneath that one, there used to be always water, the blue color water, that ocean color water, that is the turquoise color. So this answer uses some kind of less common colors, and even you have added flavor to that one when you say magenta, turquoise, baby pink, something like that. You know, the girls used to add that one. I don't know that much about it, but still I believe that one should know about different colors too. So, colors of life. I know about the colors of life. I've seen the colors of life very dearly, very closely. Now, my time to think. So if you want to ask that one, like you need little time, you should not simply say that I need some time to answer your question. No, it's not like that. You have to say that, oh, so you're asking about my favorite color. So you're not going to simply say that, oh, you are asking about my favorite color. It's not like that. So you are asking about my favorite color. My favorite color is magenta. So you can say that. My favorite color is dark black color. I love this color just because. You see the way I'm expressing it. I love this color just because my friends said that uh, I look dazzling when I wear that one and I look handsome. So it makes me feel more confident. And even the eyes are speaking. Okay. When your eyes are speaking and you're talking to the person and keeping an eye and eye contact, then I think there is no one who can stop you to get 7 bands. But it depends upon the examiner also, like how what kind of examiner the person is, you know. So that's the thing. That's the thing, and I just don't want to actually get into that. So when we have practice questions, have some practice questions. You wanna get 2 minutes or 3 minutes break?
No, sir, it's fine.
Let's go with it.
Okay.
Okay then. Okay, what sort of work do you do?
Well, I do work in my house only, like household works,
Mm-hmm.
only cooking and cleaning, like that.
Mm-hmm. Um, what does your house look like?
Can we use the word well here, sir? No, I don't think so.
No, no, you're thinking about adverbials. If the adverbial is not coming in your mind, then you can rephrase the whole question. What does your house look like? To be honest, I believe my house is a palace. My house is a palace for me since uh the design of my house is quite amazing. Um, when it comes to the main gate, it has lots of beautiful veils of flowers on that one, but all of them are actually made in iron. And when we enter into my house, the first thing that we can see is a parking slot where we usually park our cars and everything. So that's how we need to move further and all. Hmm. So there is nothing to worry about. Like every time you don't have your adverbial, it's not like you have to fix any adverbial every time. It's not like that. So when you said something about food, also like sorry, work also, then you can say that household chores.
Your voice is not audible.
Hello, hello. Is it audible now?
Yes.
Yeah. So when we say household chores, household, when you started talking about work that you do, household chores, you can say that. Household activities, activities, tasks instead of activities, or like you can alternatively use these words. Okay. What sort of work do you do? Well, to be honest, I do not do any kind of professional work, but somehow I get opportunity to work with my mother at home. I try to help her in the kitchen sometimes, or do cleaning the shelves in my spare time when I'm free from my studies. Um, Another thing is I try to help my brother sometimes cleaning the bike that he has, and even try to like things that you do, or all of them you can mention. So it's not only I just stuck to the cleaning only. It's not only cleaning that you do. Another thing that I do is like I love to worship God. So I take my time every day in the morning to take the name of my Almighty Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, whatsoever it is. So it gives me a lot of strength. So that's why I do it. So these are some of the works that you do. So you have to talk about the works. You should not do say why you do it or something like the way I actually explained. Some of them are wrong. You simply should say that like I do this, I do that, and I try to help my brother. I try to help my father. Sorry, like I said something about mother as well. So you can actually say your answers accordingly. So now like let's go for the third question. Okay. Hmm. Shall we go for the third question?
Yes.
Hmm. What does your neighborhood look like? Taking a long pause. It's a big no.
Okay. Well, my neighborhood looks like a family, and we I have many friends in my neighbor. Mm,
Mm, okay, let's go it in your own tongue. ਆਪਣੇ ਗਵਾਂਢ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਲਾਈਕ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਗਵਾਂਢ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਦੇਣਾ ਆਨਸਰ
ਸਾਰੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਅੱਛੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ
ਹੂੰ
ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ
ਹੂੰ
ਐਂਡ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਤੋਂ ਮਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿ
ਹੂੰ
ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੋਏ ਤਾਂ ਐਵਰੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਰੈਡੀ ਟੂ ਹੈਲਪ
That's what your answer is. That's very common thing, and even you could have framed that in very beautiful manner. Well, as far as my neighborhood is concerned, um, that's the best place. since all the people are very supportive, educated, and helpful towards every concern that we have. When one family requires any kind of financial help, they stand by each other. Um, the neighborhood should be like this only. It becomes the heaven of God when if I compare my neighborhood to be any place. That's how actually it is. मसाला लगाना है और क्या है? So there's nothing like that. Do you feel that my answer is right, in the right direction? You're understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes.
That's good. So then thereafter you see, like, the question is, you have to instantly think the answer and just give it a go. Like, at least give it a go. If you will think on this thing that I haven't given two ideas, three ideas, then it will be a problem for you then.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what sort of clothes do you like to wear?
I love to wear Western clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I and my favorite. I also love to wear the cultural clothes like Punjabi dresses and something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why? Always a why. Since because as three reasons at least.
As I love in I live in Punjab, so my uh, region is mm, as my region is very loving to me, so I love to wear Punjabi dresses.
So Punjab is known for the cultural dresses. That's why I believe that wearing cultural dress makes me feel that I am following my culture from my heart. That's why. So another reason to uh, wear the Western clothes is it makes me feel confident in myself. Somehow wearing is all about comfort. I believe I feel more comfortable when I wear the clothes that I like and I see. So that's it. That's how it has to be. I'm giving answers from the lady's perspective. My God. Okay. Describe a city you would like to visit. You have to describe,
I
you have to use all those senses here.
I love to visit Chandigarh
Mm-hmm.
as it is full of beauty, as it
Mm-hmm.
has many gardens like rock garden, rose
Mm-hmm.
garden, and I love to meet people of Chandigarh, those who live in Chandigarh,
Mm-hmm.
as they are educated and as they are like from different regions.
Mm-hmm. So you want to meet people over there, or you want to actually see the city?
I want to enjoy the beauty of that city and I love to meet the people of Chandigarh.
So are you going there to meet the people? I'm asking again. I'm asking that. Are you going there to meet people, or are you going to see the city?
Love to go there to see the city only.
So you should talk about the places that you're gonna visit.
Okay.
So you should not say something about, I wrote three words: love, admire,
Okay.
keen on, interested, fascinated. Okay. There are lots of words. you can use in place of love, everything. Describe a city you would like to visit. um well, it's my childhood dream to visit Agra, since it's a place where my father used to tell me something about Taj Mahal. um, um, it's a well-known place. Lots of people from all around the world come over there to see the Taj. And there is also one kind of mazar. Mazar is actually a tomb, like of Din Khilji's mazar is there in Agra, I guess. So people visit there and they wish something, and that wish gets true once actually they wish about something. So those wishes gets true. That's why I want to see the kind of hustle bustle of the city, since I have never been to that place. I belong to a countryside area. I haven't seen that hush bush of the places, like such. So definitely I would, if somebody would recommend me, I would definitely prefer to go to Agra, because lots of things have been said about Agra, that how beautiful it is, what kind of things we can see over there. That's why the things that are there. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about place. I'm talking about things that are there. Even though my answer is random, I know that. But still, I'm able to actually convert my statements from whatsoever my imagination to English. English has been, I told you, English is going to be judged. So GK will not be judged. But if you will, I told you, the first point is not to be away from the topic. The topic is to talk about the city. You can say about people also. There is no issue with that. But if the people are so influential, I think every city has people. So we can't say that uh, one particular city will have better people, another city will have, you know, bad behavior people. So describe a country you would like to visit.
My favorite country is India, but I like to visit to Nepal also,
Mm-hmm.
as it is full of temples. I want to visit Pashupatinath temple over there.
Oh, so this answer, I would say that, when you gave the country's answer or something, it looked to me that it can be given 6.5. So when you are answering, you should be spontaneous for your answer. You had the knowledge, that's why you said Pashupatinath temple. If you don't have the knowledge about it, then you can't actually speak about it. How did you get to know about Pashupatinath Nag temple?
My father visited over there when I was, I think so, 9 to 10 years old. I argue with him, why don't you take me to that temple?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mhm.
When he came back to home, I didn't open gate for him. It was
So you
2:30 of
you should
the
say that I
morning.
closed the door for him. I did not open the door. It's not. It's obviously you are inside. You will open the door. But I closed the door for him that you are not going to enter into my house. You did not take me along. You broke my heart. You should have taken along, like you should have taken me along. You broke my heart. You are so cruel. Sometimes we say that. Okay. So when we say the word describe, I told you we're gonna talk about smell. We talk about touch. We talk about, you know, see. We talk about hear. If we are touching all those 4 to 5 things, whatsoever it is, the fifth one, continuously you are talking about them. You have to actually explain all such things. Hmm. Describe a country would you would like to visit. Well, if I'll have to choose one country from all around the world, I would definitely prefer Canada. Since its weather is quite uncanny, nobody can predict that when there is snow. The white colored snow makes me feel like I'm uh, visiting Jammu and Kashmir of my country. And another thing about Canada is the multicultural status of the people. Like not only the people from Punjab, not only the people from India. Actually, I should say India, not Punjab. So not only the people from India, but also from all around the world live and survive there, and they get their occupation and work as well. That's why I would like to prefer going there. Moreover, there are places like Niagara Fall, um, other places which are well known for their beauty, like some um, like lakes. Red River is also very beautiful river to be seen. That's what actually makes me fascinate about being over there in Canada. And I would definitely prefer to go there. And moreover, you can say that I would prefer my own country to actually explore. I would try to explore my own country since I have never been out of my own hometown. That's why I would love to explore my own country, especially the Andhra Pradesh. There are lots of forests over there, and yeah, things are there which are very nasty as well. Let me tell you, like it's like dur ke dhol suhavne, something which looks good from like far away. When we come closer to that, things are totally adverse. So that's how it is. Then thereafter, describe a park you have visited. Have you ever visited a park?
No, I have never visited a particular park, but a park in the city I have ever visited. Once in a month, I go there.
Okay. Which park is
I
that? What's the name of the
any
park?
any park is there in Balachar.
Oh, which park? Sani Park?
Yes, it's
Okay.
there on Chandigarh Road, I think.
So who says it is Sani Park? It's written Sani
Local,
Park.
no,
It's
only
not.
local.
So I think that is made by some like government authorities. Then definitely there has to be a different name. Can be the name of any
There is
revolutionary
nothing over
person.
there.
There's no name. That's good one. So, anyways, so there are wide range of topics that you can actually keep in mind, and then there are some questions you can say that. What kind of work do you do? Well, now I am an athletic trainer in the small gym, and I also have to help out at the reception desk and also in the retail shop we run. I guess you can say that I have to wear many hats. It's very beautiful one to say that I have to wear many hats. That means I have to do multiple jobs. Okay, wear many hats. Underline phrases are explained in section. Okay, why did you choose that kind of work? Like here you see that how they have interestingly given answer. Oh, okay, that's a quite an easy question. It's because I have been keen on sports. So whenever I was trying to find a job, I decided to look for something which I'm familiar with. Luckily, I found a golden opportunity at the gym just down the road from my house. So that's how your answers are to be framed. Uh, then, sorry, I'm feeling tired now. Yeah. Now there are topics. There are the topics actually which will come in your exam in the part one. Okay. And these topics are enough for your like preparation. Like for example, there would be questions related to name. How would they ask you the question? Who gave you your name? How would you answer this?
My family members gave me my name. My father, actually, my father gave this name to me.
To be
Uh,
exact. Here also they have given uh like father to be exact.
yeah, my father to be exact. Yes.
To be precise, you can also that. To be precise, to be very precise, my father I think has found that name on internet or maybe has something in his mind before my birth. That's why he kept the name like that. Okay. Does your name have any particular meaning?
Gitanjali means the starting of songs, and
So
it was
you started your answer with the saying Gitanjali. You should
yes,
start saying.
name has a particular meaning,
Hmm.
and it's quite interesting. My name means the starting of songs, and it was another name of
Poem.
Ganga.
It's a poem also. You know,
Yes, the poem also
Gitanjali. Who has written that poem?
by Rabindranath Tagore.
So it's like
It
just
was
because of
not a poem;
Gitanjali.
it was book, I think so.
He has written a book. It's in a poem form. It's actually a poem, but it's a big book. I do have. I think I still have it in India. Like I had this book. My sister gave it to me. I guess I remember that my sister gave it as a gift to me. Like this book that you're saying, Gitanjali. It's a big poem. Like it's not ending so easily, but there are lots of stuffs that comes in the way. Like when Rabindranath Tagore explored the whole stuff, it's a big thing. So Gitanjali is the name of that particular book written by Rabindranath Tagore,
Rabindranath.
Sir Rabindranath Tagore, because he was a learned person and he wrote lots of poems. So Gitanjali is that. But if we say that we want to cut off the meaning of Gitanjali, what does it mean?
Geet means song, and Anjali means the starting of the song or a poem.
Nice, nice. So that's the specific meaning. Hmm. So here you see, I quite like my name, and I won't change it. No, sorry. Here the thing is, Z means knowledge and Li means accumulation. The way you said that Geet means song and Anjali means starting off. So I guess my parents wanted to tell me that, or so I guess I think my father wanted to tell me that, like I would be a starting of a poem of his life or of their life. That's why they like I was very dear to them. That's why they kept my name like that. There is no other particular reason. So I would tell you that uh, you will take these first nine questions now. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm giving you like 10 minutes, 10 minutes to have supporting ideas for each of these questions, since as because you will use. But if there are questions which do not require that one, then I think you are not required or supposed to, do that. Now I will give you some time, 10 minutes only. Thereafter, we'll see that one whether we want to come back or we want to actually have your answers done tomorrow. So just keep it in mind, like you have to speak about these topics, and then thereafter, just come up over there and speak it out. That's it. So take a break for like it's a break for me, not for you, because I'm feeling sleepy right at the moment. I just don't want to actually show that like I'm feeling sleepy, but that's why I'm giving you 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, you should be ready with these nine questions. so that you may answer the questions thoroughly. Okay, with the supporting ideas. And try to think of that pattern that I told you, that when you are starting your answer, supporting ideas, example, and then conclusion of it. Conclusion of conclusion on the whole at the end, I would say something like that. Okay. That has to be actually
First,
done for
first
the
two
third
was
part.
done.
No, I can ask you again. You should be ready with that too. Okay. Thank you. Mm, I think you are ready with your answers.
No, sir, I have just done five of them. Four are left. Done, sir.
We are ready now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go for it.
Shall I start?
Yeah, I'll ask you that. Randomly, I'll ask you. Like, would you like to change your name if you will get a chance?
No, I don't like to change. I want to change my name as it's my own identity, and it is a unique name. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't want to change it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, is it easy to change your name in your country? Like,
No, it's not easy to change a name in a country as many legal formalities are to be done while changing the name in India.
hmm so, what exactly you're talking about? Like, can you please elaborate?
If we want to change a name in a house only, then we can change it easily. And if we want to change in a document or something else, we can't change it easily.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, what we have to do. I don't exactly. You can simply say that I don't exactly know like what has to be done, but since I know that it's quite a tricky thing to be done, like when you want to change your name, you have to go through a lot of office work, which can actually create a lot of frustration as well. One thing that you should actually do to change your name is actually you have to get it out in the newspaper that I'm changing my name from this to this. Mhm. So that's a common stuff like when people try to change their name or they have any kind of correction they have done in the name, then they do it in the newspaper. And then in the legal form, like firstly they write it in the legal form and on the parallel side or side by side simultaneously they change the name in the newspaper as well. Like the name has been changed to this. Now whomsoever knows me, kindly call me by the name. So that's how it is. Then thereafter, who usually name babies in your country? Who usually name them?
Our family members or our parents usually name the babies.
Who have been given the specific importance?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Who have been given the specific importance while keeping the name?
Father or
Speci-
a mother.
Father or a mother, or you can say that are elderly. If it is a joint family, then elderlies like grandfather or grandmother, they have been given more priority to keep the name, and especially when it comes to Hindu family, they give priority to the alphabet, whatsoever alphabet is given by any priest. So they try to figure out like what has to be the name, and whomsoever bring the names better, then the final person or the chief of the family decides that one this has to be the name, something like that. Okay. Do you have any special tradition about naming children? Is there any special tradition?
Tradition for naming babies is just a priest gives the alphabet to keep the name, and the family members choose that name.
The name, yeah, the first alphabet, and from the first alphabet, they try to keep maximum number of range. Like this can be the name, that can be the name, and based upon that, they give the name. Okay, but try to understand my point of view. Like when you are answering the question, supporting ideas have to be little more impressive. But that's just a common topic. That's why you're not getting ideas. Like, how should I explain? You see that this person has written a lot of it. Like when, for example, if we are saying seventh question, uh, who usually keep the babies' names in your country? In China, I believe the fathers are in the position of naming their children. Okay, sometimes they will look through the some Chinese classical literature to seek the meaningful words for their children. So that's how we framed the answer as well. Like somebody is given with an alphabet, and then thereafter people start searching the name from the internet, starting with that same alphabet, and whatsoever looks cool to them, they ask it for from the chief of the family, and then the chief of the family decides that one this name has to be kept in this way. That's how it is. Then there are some topics, like there are actually 41 topics. Okay. I'll be sending you this file right away now. Okay.
I
Go
have
through the. No, no, I don't. I didn't send this.
sent it, I think so,
I've already sent
yesterday.
it.
Yes, 42 topics.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I have seen it.
my bad. My bad. My bad. So I forgot that one. Like I've said, because I was half asleep and half awake and at that time. So I said
Yes,
that. So I sent you 41 topics. I sent you connectors for speaking. I sent you
yes, you
journal
sent me
tips.
4 files,
Yeah,
journal tip.
and I sent you this also, like speaking part one.
Yes, I got it.
So these expressions are very important, let me tell you. Like I'm very much interested in, I seems fantastic to me, I'm fond of, I'm keen on and all that. All these expressions you should see, and I think that's it. That's it for today. And I believe that you are able to get it like what has to be done.
Yes.
And next thing is you have to, write down the answers also sometimes so that I can actually check it out, like whether you have any kind of issue with the grammar. More answers can come only when you read more, okay? You have to read a lot. Next topic that we are going to discuss about is a cue card.
Okay. So
Okay.
I think so tomorrow I'll not be able to attend the class.
What happened?
I have to go somewhere tomorrow.
Okay. So
Okay.
what do you mean to say? Like tomorrow we are going to skip the class and day after tomorrow we'll have the class. No issue.
Yes, on Saturday I'll be able. Yes.
No, I don't think so. That would be a Saturday.
Yes, tomorrow is Friday and day after tomorrow there's Saturday.
It'll be a long weekend for you then. Okay, then otherwise it's okay. Like if I'll get some time on your Saturday, then definitely I'll have your class on that day. I'll let you know
Okay.
that I'll like. Is there any particular urgent work that you
Yes,
have?
I need to go somewhere urgently.
No problem. No issue. Okay then. Take care. Bye bye. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
sir.
Take care. Take care.